The untold story of Wikipedia's birth.
Introduction.
Have you ever typed a question into Google only to find Wikipedia sitting right at the top of the results? From the history of ancient Rome to the latest celebrity gossip, Wikipedia has become the world's go-to encyclopedia. It's in hundreds of languages, with over 6 billion page views every month. And the most fascinating part? It's written not by scholars or publishers, but by ordinary people, just like you. But here's the twist. Behind Wikipedia's open and friendly facade lies a story filled with struggles, failures, clashes of vision, and a revolution in the way humanity shares knowledge. So, how did a project that began as a small side experiment become the largest knowledge-sharing platform in history? And what secrets from its birth still remain untold? This is the untold story of Wikipedia's birth.
Chapter 1. The Internet Before Wikipedia.
Let's rewind to the late 1990s. The Internet was still new, noisy, and full of possibilities. Most people were just discovering email, chat rooms, and static web pages. Knowledge was scattered, some on university servers, some on personal blogs, but nothing centralized, nothing universal. The idea of a free online encyclopedia was considered impossible. Knowledge, after all, was controlled by publishers, printed in heavy books like Encyclopedia Britannica, or locked behind paywalls. Enter Jimmy Wales, a financial trader with a fascination for Ayn Rand's philosophy and the idea of open access. Alongside him was Larry Sanger, a philosopher with a background in epistemology, the study of knowledge itself. Together, they dreamed of a project that would bring expert-reviewed knowledge to the Internet. And so, in 2000, they launched Nupedia. But there was a problem. Nupedia had a rigorous peer review process, almost like a scientific journal. Every article had to be written by experts, reviewed by more experts, and polished endlessly before publication. The result? In the first year, only 21 articles were published. At that rate, humanity would never have a free online encyclopedia. Wales and Sanger knew something had to change.
Chapter 2. The Birth of Wikipedia. In January 2001, a radical idea emerged. What if, instead of relying on experts, anyone could write and edit articles? That idea became Wikipedia. It started as a small side project to help Nupedia grow faster. The name itself was a combination of wiki, a Hawaiian word meaning quick, and encyclopedia. The platform launched on January 15, 2001, with a simple promise: knowledge by the people, for the people. At first, even its founders weren't sure. Could random strangers on the Internet really be trusted to write history, science, and culture accurately? But what happened next shocked everyone. Articles poured in. In just 1 year, Wikipedia had 20,000 articles, nearly 1,000 times more than Nupedia. The open edit model was chaotic, sometimes hilarious, and often messy. Articles were vandalized, corrected, rewritten, and expanded, all in real time. Skeptics called it unreliable. Academics mocked it as the Wild West of knowledge. Yet people kept coming back, editing, improving, and adding. The experiment had taken on a life of its own. Wikipedia was no longer a side project. It was the future. Chapter 3. Behind the scenes. Behind the neat pages we see today, Wikipedia's early days were chaotic and fascinating. The very first article ever created, it was simply titled Homepage,
and it barely explained what Wikipedia even was. Soon after, articles on philosophy, mathematics, and pop culture started appearing. But the real secret behind Wikipedia's rise wasn't just the technology, it was the community. Early volunteers were passionate, sometimes obsessive about improving articles. They debated over commas, argued over neutrality, and even fought wars over controversial pages. One famous early debate? Whether Wikipedia should allow an article on The Simpsons. Some thought it was too trivial for an encyclopedia. Others argued that culture, no matter how lighthearted, deserved a place. Guess who won? Today, Wikipedia has one of the most detailed pages on The Simpsons anywhere in the world. Still, there were constant battles. How do you protect an open encyclopedia from vandalism? How do you decide what counts as truth? These questions didn't just shape Wikipedia, they reshaped how the internet itself handled information.
Chapter 4: Growth and Global Impact.
By the mid-2000s, Wikipedia had exploded. It wasn't just in English anymore. French, German, Japanese, Hindi, Arabic, soon dozens, then hundreds of languages joined. Today, there are over 300 language editions, making Wikipedia truly global. The world began to notice. Students used it for homework. Journalists used it for quick facts. Even politicians and scholars who once mocked it quietly began checking Wikipedia for references. In 2005, Nature published a study comparing Wikipedia to Encyclopedia Britannica. Shockingly, Wikipedia was found to be nearly as accurate. The academic world could no longer laugh it off. But with growth came controversies. Pages about politics, religion, and current events became battlegrounds. Vandalism was constant. Yet, so was correction. For every bad edit, there were dedicated volunteers fixing mistakes within minutes. Wikipedia had become not just a website, but a living organism.
Chapter 5: The Untold Challenges. Here's what most people don't know. Wikipedia almost didn't survive. For years, it had no clear financial model. No ads, no subscriptions, just a dream of free knowledge. Jimmy Wales made a bold decision. Wikipedia would never show ads. Instead, it relied on donations. That's why you often see banners asking for support. Then came the battles with governments. Wikipedia was blocked in countries like China and Turkey. It faced censorship attempts, lawsuits, and accusations of bias. But the community fought back, often standing up for freedom of information when few others dared. And yet, despite everything, Wikipedia thrived. The secret wasn't just technology, it was people. Millions of anonymous volunteers, teachers, students, scientists, even retirees, all giving their time freely to build something bigger than themselves.
Conclusion.
From a tiny side project in 2001 to one of the most visited websites in the world, Wikipedia's story is nothing short of extraordinary. It broke the rules of publishing, challenged the authority of experts, and proved that ordinary people could create something truly remarkable together. But perhaps the greatest lesson of Wikipedia is this: knowledge is not just power, it's a shared human responsibility. So the next time you click on a Wikipedia page, remember, you're looking at history, written by all of us, and its story is still being written.